Okay, we're going to take a look at Folsom Prison Blues, especially the introduction and the chord progression and the three chords that we're going to use. And we're also going to bring up what are called dominant seven chords, or commonly just a seven chord. So this song is in the key of E. This is the scale, major scale. So there's our major scale, the third note, third tone, G sharp, fourth tone is an A, fifth tone's a B, sixth tone's a C sharp, seventh is D sharp, and then back to E. So there's our scale. So the 1, 4, and 5 chords, which is what this is, a 1, 4, 5 chord progression. 3, 4. So E is our 1. A then is the 4 chord. 2 frets up from open A here. 1, 2 is a B note, and that's our 5. And that's our a form of B chord is our 5 chord. So chords from the song are going to be E, A, B7, and that's all there are. All right, E, we looked at that last time about how to make an E chord. That's a 6-string chord. The A is a 5-string chord. And let's review the B7. To play a full B7, it's going to be a 5-string chord, middle finger, 2nd fret, 5th string, ring finger, 2nd fret, 3rd string, pinky, 2nd fret, 1st string, index finger, 1st fret, 4th string. If you had trouble, you will get that where it just kind of falls naturally. It's a weird feeling right now. You can just use the D7 shape if you have learned that one. We've gone over it, but not spent a lot of time on it. That's a D7. Doesn't matter what it's named, but this shape is this little triangle where your middle and ring finger make the base of the triangle, and your index finger makes the peak of the triangle, and then just move it from the third, second, and 1st string to the 5th, 4th, and 3rd string, and then you can play this B7 chord like just 4 strings. Don't want to play the high E string then, so it'll look like that. And don't play just play 4 strings. But ideally put your pinky down on the 1st string, 2nd fret, and you can play all 5. And you get that note right there. And so the chord progression for Folsom Prison Blues it's a blues, basically an 8-bar blues chord progression. So we've got 4 bars of E, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, then it goes to the A, 1, 2, back to the E, 1, 2, 3, 4, then the B7. And the song is 4 repetitions of that, and then 2 that are vocals, and two repetitions of that in between the verses that are instrumental, but it's the same chord progression. All right, so in that case, you've got the words for the verse. I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with a gun. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. But I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. Okay, now the instrumental comes, but it's the same chord progression. I'm just going to sing it because I can't do both parts. Da 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 da. So that's the whole song. Now let's talk about the seventh chords besides the B7, and that's how you can start to enhance things. All right, so let's look at an E7. We're going to get our little pinky involved again. So there's our full E chord. Now if we put our pinky down on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, it's a D note. That's an E7. That D note is not the 7th in the scale, it's a flat 7. So when we say a dominant 7 or let's say like an E7, it's the same chord, but within it is the flat 7 of the scale. So if we wanted to play the D sharp is in the scale. If we wanted to play the scale with a flat 7, it sounds like that, and that's that note. So that's one way to play the E7. The other easy way to play E7 is just lift up your ring finger and you're only playing so it's just 2 fingers. You got your E chord, you lift up your ring finger, you leave everything else alone, and there's your D note is an open D. Now you can play it both ways, and you end up with 2 of those D notes, that one and this one. But usually people play one or the other, and it's nice to get played up on this D, so because you hear it better when it's higher note. All right, then A7. I play my A's like this, and if you do it like that, you can just lift up, so you're going to end up with just 2 fingers on the frets, on the 2nd string and the 4th string. The concept's the same. It gives you that anticipation, but also a lot in blues is using 7th chords. So that's one way to do the A7. Another way to do the A7 is to bar the whole 4 strings, the highest 4 strings on the 2nd fret, and then put your ring finger down, or this finger, whichever you like, on the 3rd fret, 1st string, and that becomes your 7 note. So you get this sound or this sound. They're both the same notes of the scale. Okay, and then the B7 that we've looked at. Okay, so this song is a 1-4-5. It's 1-4-5-1-5 is actually, but it's usually the 1-4-5 chord. So 1, 4, back to 1, 5, back to 1. Okay, but let's look at the intro. So the song is in the key of E, so our prominent chord is going to be E major. However, like a lot of songs, they have pickup notes or a little short intro that goes into the song, and it a lot of times is going to be the 5 chord, because that gives you that tension and kind of releases with the start of the verse. So let's look at this. It's from this shape, this B7 shape. We're only playing 3 strings. We're playing the 5th string, we're playing the 4th string, and we're playing the 6th string. The first part of it goes like this. It starts on the and of 3. If you're counting it, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's the beginning. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's the B note, which is we're having our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. And then the next note we're going to play is 1st fret, 4th string. It's still part of that B7 chord. And everything after that first 3, which would be 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Everything else is 1 beat per note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So the B note, then it goes to the D sharp note, which is 1st fret, 4th string, 2, and then back to where we were on the B note. 3, F sharp, open E. So when we play that F sharp note, we want to put this cool little bend on it, which gives it that twang and kind of that country feel. And people know this song. They may not know they know it. Some of you in the class had heard it. You've heard it. When you hear it, you realize you've heard it. And you're just going to do a slight bend down, pull that string down. I'm just pulling it down. You can't, on an acoustic guitar, you're going to have a hard time getting it all the way to that note. I mean, it takes my whole hand to be able to do that, and hurts. So you just want just a little bit. So that intro, and then an open E. So that intro is like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and the song's there. Hear the train a-coming, coming round the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine. And this is where you'd want to use your E7. I don't know when, but I'm stuck in Folsom prison. Time keeps dragging, and that's where you can play your A7. Dragging on, going to the B7, but the train keeps moving on down to San Antonio. All right, there you have it. A little long, but I wanted you to see all that, and we'll talk about it in class. Thank you.